Hiya, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name's Emma, I'm an illustrator based in Sheffield and these are my daily-ish vlogs. Now, today I have had a package arrive and I wanted to share it with you. So, this has arrived for me today. Many of you will know that I run my own small business called Embers and Ink. So Embers and Ink is a small business I run from home where I sell my illustrated products on cards and gifts and stuff. And as part of that, I signed up with an ethical print-on-demand clothing company called T-Mill, who I really liked because they print on organic cotton. The cotton harvests are watered using rainwater. Everything's printed in solar powered factories, and it is plastic free. So I signed up with those guys and I have a bunch of my illustrations printed on t-shirts and bags and sweaters and vests and stuff. I'll link to my T-Mill store down below. If anyone wants to check it out, they are very welcome. But I ordered some tote bags with some of my illustrations on. And I wanted to show you what I got. So you can get all of these illustrations on t-shirts and on bags and on vests and stuff. So I've got my Totoro inspired kitty there. So my umbrella cat at the bus stop. I've got my lovely fox. So this is one that I illustrated last year or the year before, and this was part of my Patreon print club. I used to have a print club on Patreon where I used to send out physical prints, and this was one of those. I made it into a calendar as well. This one is a fox that I worked on in my year out after taking some illustration courses and stuff, and this is kind of what came out of that. I've also got my cat Meow illustration, which also is a print. And these are the ones that I'm really, really excited about. This is my new liquid cat design. I've got a t-shirt of this. This also comes in prints on my own website, so embersandink.co.uk. And now I've trialed them on bags. The reason I've got these printed physically is because you can order them wholesale prices from T-Mill if you're a creator. So I ordered them wholesale price, and I'm going to put them in the Sheffield Makers Shop, which is a physical outlet that sells some of my illustrations. I also sell things like this at markets as well. So I got them printed. Also, it's nice to see the quality in real life. And let me just put some light on that. I am very happy with the print quality of this. I was worried that because the bags are a natural colour, you can get them printed on white as well. But I like the unbleached cotton because it's less harsh to the environment. And I was worried that it might not be as vibrant on the natural cotton, but actually it looks absolutely flipping delicious. I might have to keep one of these for myself. But the other ones are going to the Sheffield Makers Shop in the Winter Gardens in Sheffield. But if you can't get there and you would like one of these are available on my T-Mill shop to buy, and they will print them to order. So what I like about the print on demand service is that it's not like when you get things screen printed or whatever in bulk and you maybe get 100 tote bags, and that's definitely 100 tote bags that are out in the world that may not even be bought. But these ones don't have that kind of waste, so they only print them when an order comes in. So there's not that kind of bulk that waste that's associated with bulk buying. So if you'd like any of these, I'll put the link to my T-Mill shop down below in the video description. I'll pop it up on the screen somewhere as well in my editing. And I'd really appreciate that. But I'm so pleased with those. So yes, go and check those out if you would like one of these. So what I like about these is that the handles aren't too long, so you can use them as, well, for my body length, I can use them as a holding at arm's length length and they don't go on the ground, but they're big enough to go over your shoulder. They've also got a little baffle in the bottom. So you can see they've got some width to them. So overexposed. There you go. So you can see they've got a little baffle sewn into them. So they've got some width to them, so you can actually fit a bunch of stuff in. I will demonstrate with children's books. So they've got a good width to them. There's actually more kids' books in there than I thought I'd fit in. "25 children's books." So it holds a good amount. I mean, if you judge your life based on second-hand children's book buying like I do, it's good to know. It's good to know that you've got a lot of life in the back. So I'm just writing myself a list of things that I need to do in my small business. And I'm actually using my own note sheets that I've made. And you can get these if you're one of my patrons on any tier. My tier starts at £1. On my £1 tier, you get monthly downloads like this. So I do printables, I do a printable calendar, I do printable note sheets, some phone backgrounds and stuff. On that tier, you also get access to a live drawing club called the Scribbles Aloud Drawing Club, where we meet on Zoom. You get access to the live invites, you get access to all the recordings, you get access to sketchbook tours every month and a load more. No obligation, but if I don't talk about it, you will never know. So I'm using this sheet actually to write a little list of things that I need to do, not just for my small business actually, but for my illustration work too. So I've already got that I need to order some glassine bags. So you might not know, but Embers Ink is as plastic free as possible. So instead of plastic like cellophane bags, I use glassine bags. I did used to use the old like compostable version of cellophane bags, but they've got their own problems, so I stay away from those now. Glassine bags are paper, they're fully recyclable. The only problem is they're slightly opaque, so you can't see through them fully. You can see a little bit through them, they're like frosted glass. But you know, I get my way around those, and that's what I give my prints and my books and things in at markets. So I need to order some more of those. I need to put those bags in the shop. I need to make some price labels for them. I need to do some business records. I still need to catch up on last year's tax year. And today I'm also going to do a little bit of work on some children's book ideas that I've got in the background, because I said to myself that I was going to approach agents when I had 3 books roughed out. Now I've got 2 books roughed out. I've got others that I know kind of vaguely what's happening, but I haven't worked on them fully. And then I've got other ideas that aren't yet fully ideas, but I know there's something there. I need to kind of work out where it's going. And there's also a competition that I'm going to enter I think I've shared it on my Patreon. If you want to know about like illustration opportunities and illustration competitions, you can follow me for free over on Patreon. And that's when I hear about like competitions and opportunities, I share stuff for people who follow me for free over on there. So if that's something that interests you, go and get yourself followed up for free. It costs you nothing. So there's a competition on there where I think it's like the unpublished illustrator showcase or something. It's on there anyway. It's on my Patreon. You can have a look. And when I was looking through the terms and conditions, they said as part of the terms and conditions that they accept silent books. And I've got one idea for a book that's in my portfolio, and it doesn't feel right when I add words to it. I think it works better as a silent book. So I'm going to probably work that up and enter that one in to that showcase. So I need to do that actually. So if I don't write it down, I forget about it. I feel so much better when I've got a list written. Even though most of the time I do ignore my lists. I'm a bit bad at keeping to them. But I definitely 100% will forget something if it's not on a list. So if it's on a list, I'm one step closer to actually doing the thing. Are you like that, or is that just me? Yeah, I need to get better at actually doing the things I say I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to set a timer and I want to do 45 minutes on the silent book idea. And then that's one thing ticked off the list. This 45-minute working time thing is really good. It works for me. I think it's got an official name. I think it's like the Pomodoro method or something. I think it's like you are supposed to work for 45 minutes, then take a break for 15 minutes. But that's really helped me when I've got a list of things to do, because sometimes I can get bogged down in one task and I do it all day, and maybe I'm focusing on like one tiny detail of the task that really didn't need that much attention on it. So when I know I've only got 45 minutes, I'm like, oh well, I'll do a big rough draft of everything that I need to do, or as much as I can, and the rough draft. And it really helps me to get a lot of work done, because I think, well, 45 minutes and then I'll take a break and then I'll come back and do another 45 minutes later. I'll just get as much as I can done now. And I think it's very similar to when I'm sketching. So anyone that's watched me before will know that I love timed sketching when I'm filling a sketchbook. Doing timed sketches has really helped me to overcome my fear of just putting something down in a sketchbook. And I think it's the same with my work as well. If I've got all day, I will use all day to do like maybe one little thing. But if I've got a set time, then it's really, I don't know, it loosens my brain up and stops me focusing too much on getting bogged down in the detail. So saved on my iPad, I've got a template of a book layout. So that's all the pages, including the end papers and the cover. And when I've got an idea for a book, I've normally worked through it in a sketchbook. I had both sketchbook work and also a few thumbnail ideas roughed out from a portfolio, but not enough to fill a book. So what I've been doing, I've been working between my portfolio plan and also my sketchbook. And I've been taking photographs of my sketchbook pages, importing them in here and using them to fill in. And I've got about half the book done in roughs. Obviously, it's all subject to change, but unless I've got something down, I can't start any editing process. It's like that for everyone. So get something down first and then you can start editing it afterwards. But this is what I've been doing today, and I've been taking sketchbook work and my portfolio stuff that I had before, and I've just been filling in the gaps of these pages. They're only small thumbnails, so you can't get a lot of detail. But you don't need a lot of detail at this stage. I've just been trying to kind of pat it into shape and make the story kind of make sense. So that's how I've been doing this plan for this next book, if you are interested. But it's getting on, it's like 2:45 now. I'm going to go and get some lunch and then maybe we'll carry on afterwards. So I'm back, and because this afternoon I'm going to do exactly the same thing as I did this morning by working on this story idea, trying to pat it into shape, I thought I'd share those illustration opportunities that I mentioned earlier. So rather than me showing you the same time lapse as I did earlier, because I know I can't show you the details of the thing that I'm working on at the moment because it's an active project. But I can share these opportunities. So if you're an illustrator out there, hello, Rolly's. If you hear someone running around, it's Rolly, my cat. If you're an illustrator and you are looking for opportunities, like I am this year, to improve your career, just things to get involved in, here are my main two that I'm looking at the moment. So the first one is the Depictus Unpublished Picture Book Showcase, and they're open for submissions. So the Unpublished Picture Book Showcase is open for submissions and it closes on the 3rd of July, and there's an entry fee of €55, but you can enter from all around the world. And this is what they say about it. So picture book makers from all around the world submit their unpublished projects to be considered by a large jury of top international publishers. The jury publishers vote independently for their favourites, and projects with the most votes go into a unique book fair showcase and are presented online to hundreds of publishers in the Depictus community. Picture book projects from our previous showcase continue to be acquired by publishers around the world, and many of the artists have been approached by publishers and agents interested in their work. So that's one to get involved in if you've got some kids' books ideas. That's probably what I'm going to enter this silent book or like unworded book into, because why not? Why not? So there's that one. As always with these things, I share them on my Patreon. Whenever I hear about a new opportunity, I will share it on my Patreon for free. So if you sign up on my Patreon as a free follower, you will get notified whenever I pop any free information up, which not only includes that, but also includes these daily vlogs. So there's that one. Oh, and also I should say a little disclaimer, I don't have any affiliation with the competitions and stuff that I share. Just thought I'd get that out there. I don't have any affiliation. I'm not being paid to share these things. It's just stuff that I find that I'm interested in, and if I'm interested in it, someone out there will probably be interested too. So there's a couple of more opportunities out there. So like there's another unpublished book deal competition, a mentoring scheme, and then there's this one which also I'm interested in. It's the Shirley Hughes Award, and it's in association with Orange Beak Studios. And Shirley Hughes, if you don't know, is a children's illustrator and author, and this year, in association with Orange Beak Studios, is celebrating and championing active working observational sketchbooks. So not necessarily neat, tidy, beautiful sketchbooks. I mean, if that's how you sketch observationally, cool. But they're not looking for finished pieces, which I find really interesting. This is why I'm super interested in this. They're not interested in finished pieces. They're looking for sketching with life and energy. And this is what they say about it. In celebration of the work of Shirley Hughes, the Shirley Hughes Sketchbook Award honours observational drawing of the everyday, shining a light on images that reflect the seemingly humdrum details of day-to-day life. This new award invites you to submit a selection of sketchbook pages showing your observational drawing. These pages should demonstrate your drawing skills, the emotion you can convey, and details that can only be captured by really looking at the world around you. So, I like this one, not just because it celebrates a working sketchbook trying to catch like the life in things that you want to draw, like people in cafes, or I'm just thinking about things I want to draw, or dogs playing in a park, or, you know, kids, whatever you want to draw. It's not only celebrating that, it's also free to enter, and the first prize is £1,000. Runner-up prizes are £250 and also Orange Beak tutorials. So for a free competition, I think it's definitely going to be worth your while having a little look at that. I'm definitely gonna find out. I'm definitely going to enter this. Let me just find out when the closing date is. So the competition runs from February the 9th, 2024 until 11:59 p.m. on June the 10th, 2024 UK time. The long list of 15 entries will be announced at the end of June, and the winners will be announced on July the 16th. Yeah, and they've said that to make this competition as accessible to as many illustrators as possible, there's no fee to enter, which is wonderful. How often do you get a competition like that where you could win £1,000 and there is no fee to enter? Usually when there's a big prize at the end of it, it's like the other one, £50 to enter, £25 or whatever. So yeah, it's good. So I'm going to continue with just working on that story idea, just trying to loosely pat it into shape. I'm not going to be too hard on myself at the moment, just like working ideas out, putting thumbnail ideas in different parts of that thumbnail plan like I showed you before, and seeing what comes of it. So I'm going to continue doing that this afternoon, and I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've ever got any questions, let me know. And if you would like to find out more about my Patreon, just head to patreon.com/Emma Woodthorpe, that's me, and all the details should be on there. So I am going to leave this video here now, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. So until then, bye.